This is where Lady Gaga lived before she wrote the Fame. And all along there are just signatures. A lot of it's been painted over, but it's just all signatures from fans who have visited. It's crazy.
I think a big part of the reason why fans like to visit the origins of their fandoms is because they want to feel a part of it. They want to feel a part of this tapestry of history. And as you can see by all the signatures left on here, at an apartment building, the outside of an apartment building that Gaga no longer lives at, it's obviously really important to people to leave their mark on history, as I just did. Graffito tagging! There was something else I needed to do in New York, too.
So this is the apartment building where DJ AM lived and passed away.
It was important for me to visit this site, and it was a long time coming, but I think a big part of the reason why I became so obsessed with fan stories is that I had so many opportunities to see DJ AM when he was alive, and I didn't, and it will always be one of my biggest regrets. Now, you may think that it's weird that I wanted to go visit a place of death, but obviously, according to the site runner of fanATOMY, it's really not that weird.
I think that, I think tours are as good as the guides that give them. And I would say that probably 90% of the tour guides out here want to be famous. They came out here to be actors or something like that. And thus, their tour reflects their lack of interest in the subject matter. I've been on several tours. I've been on a tour where they were the guy that had Mel Gibson and Tom Cruise and Robert De Niro and Harrison Ford living next door to each other, all on the same street. And if you know where they live, you know the Mel's in Malibu, Tom Cruise in Beverly Hills, and Robert De Niro lives in New York. They don't even have a house in L.A. But people from visiting, taking these tours don't know that.
Scott Michaels is obviously a pop culture aficionado in all things death, but he also has a really impressive collection in pop culture on the dead and the living. Check it out here.
So somebody recently contacted me online and found out what I did for a living. And he said, "Do you want Karen Carpenter's sink?" And without hesitating, I said, "Of course, yes, I want it, definitely." I've learned that you accept gifts immediately and then back them up with fact. This is a tile from the bathroom of the house where Bugsy Siegel was killed. This was Jane Mansfield's heart-shaped swimming pool. The actual tile, a piece of linoleum from where Bobby was shot in the pantry at the Ambassador Hotel. It just disintegrated when it hit the ocean, and just tons of it just washed up. So these are all pieces of homes that have been demolished. Rosemary Clooney's house. This is from Mrs. Howell's house on Rodeo Drive. These are fireplace bricks from the house where Sharon Tate was murdered in 1969. Sharon Tate and 4 others. When they demolished the house in 1994, I talked to one of the demolition guys then, and they told me where they were, and I helped myself. It's history to me. But somebody's got to save it, even though I look like an idiot.
The folks over at Profiles in History definitely know all about the game of collecting.
And if you guys had an unlimited amount of money, what would you bid on in pop culture history if it were available to be auctioned?
Definitely Marilyn Monroe dress.
Yeah, she would be Marilyn Monroe dress. And probably the coolest thing we ever handled, in my opinion, was the Star Trek command chair from the original series, from the Enterprise. I'm an original Trek geek, so that's my holy grail. I've handled it before.
Wow.
We've handled Marilyn dresses before, so.
I saw that $6 million dress.
So it's just a matter of pocketbook, you know.
And again, something for everyone, you know. It's like
True.
That's the beauty of collecting, and anyone and everyone can be a collector.
Just like the Beatlemania days, a lot of fans like to surround themselves with pictures of their fandoms, just like Jack Moore from the UK.
I don't know, some people say it's creepy, but I like it.
In the short film called Katie and I, Jack gained a lot of notoriety for his collection.
I've got everything really, just pretty much like every picture ever, just stuffed in here.
Other than their collections and visiting historical sites for their fandoms, other fans find other creative ways to pay homage to the things that they love, including spoofs. Other than gaining respect from their fellow fans and notoriety, fans are thrilled when the people that they admire respond to their work, such as Beyoncé responding to this fan's spoof/remake of the song Countdown. Leave Chris Williams alone, please. I'm even guilty of the spoof thing. Here I am spoofing Chris Crocker's video, Leave Britney Alone. Oh, someone give me a Razzie already. Now let's get into fan psychology. What drives people to want to act the way that they are as fanatics? Without sounding too much like a textbook, I'll just briefly get into it by touching on the areas of socialization and collective behavior. According to this source, she states that people are fanatics because they want to belong to a group or they want group identification, and it gives people a sense of belonging, which makes a lot of sense since a lot of fans aren't really socialized until they become fanatics due to maybe anxiety issues. But there's also people who say that there are bad parts of being a fanatic and that they're fixated and that it might possibly even be a mental illness. They note unusual levels of devotion, minimal critical analysis, just becoming unhealthy and not really agreeing with people who have a separate point of view to them. Another point of view is that fanaticism is purely a consumer landscape and that it's not a real thing. So I decided to discuss this with Morgan Spurlock, who has made many documentaries and a lot of them focusing on fan culture.
So you are doing the Comic-Con documentary and you did the Simpsons special, and a lot of that is focused on fanaticism, and also a lot of your documentaries are about commercialism, about products, and I think, well, my question is, without commercialism, do you think fanaticism would survive?
That is such a fantastic philosophical question. I feel like, yes, I do think it would, because I think they're somewhat different things. I think being a fanatic, you know, being somebody who loves Battlestar Galactica. I love Battlestar Galactica. You know, it wasn't commercials that made me love Battlestar Galactica. It was execution that made me love Battlestar Galactica. It was creativity that made me love Battlestar Galactica. That's not the same thing that, you know, makes people go buy, you know, a Gucci bag. These are very different worlds of influence, and so you know, I think that things that are in much more of an artistic field are a little different in terms of how they're consumed. I think there is much more of a sustainable diet of that type of consumption versus things you buy. You will never be fulfilled when you are literally looking for things and stuff you buy. But if it's things that you literally ingest in a creative format, you know, whether it be a movie, whether it be music, whether it be books, whatever, you'll be infinitely more fulfilled.
The opinion of the religious community states that being a pop culture fanatic is somehow blasphemous.
Wonderful. It happened at San Diego Comic-Con. Not this year, but last year. The Westboro Baptist Church announced that they were going to protest at Comic-Con, which is like, Comic-Con is so vast. To say that you're going to protest it is kind of like, we're going to protest depression. You know, it's, you can't get your head around, like, where are you going to do that, you know, and why are you doing it? What is it, God hates Batman this week or something? You could see this pictograph online. It's a story in pictures, fucking wonderful. You see the Phelpses standing there holding their signs, God hates fags, blah, 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 down with this. Greedo shot first. You see them holding their fucking signs, and then suddenly you see cosplayers, people at the con who go up in costume and whatnot, like motherfucker who like to dress like a stormtrooper, or, you know, the chick with the weird tentacle things in Return of the Jedi. People dressing up in costume, cosplayers, start surrounding them, and they're holding their own signs. So you got one guy here holding a sign that says, God hates fags, and then you have a guy over here who's dressed up like Bender from Futurama, and he's holding a sign that says, down with humans.
Yeah, people aren't too happy about them. Oh, jeez. Almost tripped and died. Oh my God.
Yes!
Yeah! Alright. Well, thank you for doing this public service. It's appreciated. So, what do you think of our lovely guests over there?
On the sidewalk, please. On the sidewalk. Oh, I didn't see them.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Obviously, it's kids.
Yeah.
Aside from fanatical religious groups who like to protest in large or insignificant numbers, there's also a lot of fan-on-fan bullying that occurs in these communities, as exampled by Jasmine.
I have recently been attacked over the internet over the past couple of days. People, actually one person in particular, has been saying very mean things to me. The situation is that this person believes that I worship Zach Bagans like a god, and I do not. This person has been consistently sending me videos of songs from churches and videos from churches and worship songs and songs. I just want to say that if you don't know me personally, then you have no right to judge me. You can go to my profile and look at some of my not really old but older videos, because all of my most recent videos have been Ghost Adventures vlogs, and if you've subscribed to me, then you know that I make fan promos and stuff like that, and I have fun doing that. But if you scroll down farther, you'll see numerous videos from my church. I have a camp video. I have a promotional video to get volunteers at our church. I have I made a rap for my church camp. I was in a skit. I do not have to prove myself to this person, okay? I'm trying to, but I don't need to. If you're uncomfortable with the fact that I am a Christian and that I am speaking about it right here, then I apologize, but I'm going to talk about it, and if you want to unsubscribe from me because you do not believe in God, then that's okay. You don't need to send me videos from your church. I have my own church that I go to, and I enjoy it. You don't have to preach to me. You don't have to tell me that I worship Zach Bagans like a god, because I don't. And it's really offensive to have someone say that to me. Yeah, I tweet Zach Bagans a lot. So what? I can't tweet Jesus. I can't tweet God. But I do pray to them every day.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I can't actually form other words right now, so I'm gonna go and watch it about another 500 times. Oh my god. I'm so gonna get evicted because it's like 4:30 in the morning and my upstairs neighbour will be asleep. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh my, I have to go.
Though Emma has been bullied online for her outlandish and outspoken points of view about Twilight, she has found a lot of supporters.